Hi, Linda Sessions here, and today on Linda's Take we are going to look at how you can create your weekly schedule using Excel. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up Excel, and we are going to save our Excel spreadsheet, and I want you to use your last name, then Excel schedule. So you're going to go to File, do a Save As, and then save it with Sessions Excel Schedule, or your last name Excel Schedule. In row 1, I want you to enter in your first and last name and then the words weekly schedule. In row 2, I want you in column A to enter time. And then across the cells, I want you to enter the days of the week, starting with Monday. So Monday is going to be in C, Tuesday in C, and so forth. Now in row 3, I want you to start populating the time. And you're going to put the time in column A in 30-minute or half-hour increments, starting at 5 a.m. Now if you get up earlier than 5 a.m., then you'll need to start this like at 3:30 a.m., whatever your normal time is that you usually get up. So I'm going to start mine at 5 a.m. And then in row 4, I'm going to enter 5:30 a.m. To help me fill in the rest of my time, I'm going to use the autofill option that we have in Excel. So to do that, I'm going to select the range A3 and A4. So I'm going to make A3 my active cell, and now you can see I have that white plus sign here, and I'm going to drag down to A4, so I have that range selected. Now this little square in the corner of my cell, if I put my mouse over it, it's like that plus sign, right? So if I click and drag that down, that's my autofill options, and I can drag it down, and you can see it's changing it to 30-minute increments. And I'm going to go clear down to 1:30 a.m. because I'm usually sleeping at that time as well. You might want to adjust it a little bit depending upon your schedule, but you can see it automatically fills each one of those rows with 30-minute increments, and it did it real quickly. So that's using your autofill options. So now I want you to enter in your activities that you do during the week, from Monday clear through till Sunday. And there are some specific titles that I want you to use, some activity labels. So over here, I'm going to just kind of list them for you. I want you to put work, when you're in class, when your study time is, when you sleep, if you exercise, your meal time, drive time, church, maybe some leisure time, family time. What about some me time? What are some different activities that you do? And I want you to use the same verbiage on each one of your activities that you have as you put it down during the week. And I want you to use particular words because you're going to use something called conditional formatting to format your schedule to make it kind of come alive with color. So at 5 a.m., I'm usually sleeping. Now, I'm usually sleeping between 5 to 5:30, and I usually get up at 6, and that's when I have shower and me time, and so that's kind of what I'm going to call me time. Getting ready for work. You might call it something different. And I usually do that until about 7:30, and at 7:30 I'm driving. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm at work. And I usually work all the way down till lunchtime, so I'm going to call that meal time. Usually do that till about 1, and then I'm back at work until 5, and that's when I'm driving. Once I get home, I've got some meal time. I'm usually done with that about 6:30. Then I have some family time, and then I have, usually it's work, or I'm grading. So let's go ahead and put work down for mine. You might put study time, and I do that until probably about 9:30, and then I'm getting ready for bed, and then hopefully I'm sleeping at 10, and I usually do that the rest of the day. So go over and enter in your classes. Like on Tuesday, I have class from 9:30 all the way down to 3. And then after 3, I'm back at work. I'm usually sleeping here in the morning. But fill in all of your time. Now, where you overlap and go for more than 30 minutes, then I want you to do something called merge and center. So here, 5 to 5:30, I'm going to highlight that range. And then up here, I have my merge and center. I'm going to merge cells. And then I want this to be kind of in the center, centered. And then I'm going to also put it in the center of that little range. So I did the merge and center, and then over here in my alignment area, I put it in the center as well. In my me time, I'm going to do the same thing. Merge and center, but I want it in the middle of my cell. Driving, let's go ahead and put that in the center. And then I've got work, merge and center. So you can see I'm going to do this for every single day. I'm going to fill it out, and then I'm going to merge and center, and just to make it look good. Go ahead and center that one, align it in the middle, and then sleep. Whoa, I've got way too much stuff here going on. So you can see from 1:30 I added some times. So I don't really need all these times here. So I'm just going to highlight that range. I got overzealous, didn't I? And then I'm just going to delete it. Hit my delete key on my keyboard. And here we go. Driving, I want to center that in the middle line. Then I'm going to do the same thing for each day of the week. So remember, when you're taking classes, you need to make sure you have study time. So if you have a 3 credit hour class, you should have 3 hours on your spreadsheet for class. Then you should have 3 to 6 hours of study time for that class. So I want you to fill out every single day of the week, Monday through Sunday, depending on your schedule, using the same identifying word for each of the activities that you're going to be doing. Now we're going to go in and we're going to format our table. After you have all of your activities and you have everything entered in, and you looked at your weekly schedule using your own personal information here, then you're going to come up here to the conditional formatting. Now, the conditional formatting helps you to easily spot trends and patterns in your data. You can use bars, you can use colors, whatever you need to do to visually highlight your information in your document. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to highlight our areas. So You should have information entered in along the whole area in your cell, in your spreadsheet. So you're going to select that whole range, go over to Sunday and through Monday. Then we're going to come up here to the conditional formatting, and we're going to highlight the sales rules. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight anything that has text. So we're going to go text, and if it says sleep, then we want sleep to be a light red fill. We're going to say okay. So any place we have sleep in our chart is going to be that color. So now I'm going to go to highlight cell rules, and I'm going to go to text, and I want to look at me time. So I'm going to type in me time here. And I can come over here and I can click on this little down arrow, and I can choose a custom color. So I can come down here to custom format, and I can tell it I want it to be filled, and I want it to be green, and I'm going to say okay. So anytime that's me time is going to be green. So I'm going to do this conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, go to text, and I'm going to go through every single word I have, and I'm going to find a different color, a different highlight option to make my spreadsheet come to life. So you have to make sure that you have the range selected, and sometimes if you start at the bottom of the range, it is just a little easier. So I'm going to go to range here. After you have all of your cells highlighted, go through each one of your words, highlight them. You're going to have a real colorful weekly schedule to look at. Then I want you to come up here, and in this font area, we have our bottom border. And actually, I don't want to round that table. I want to round your whole table. So you're going to come down here at the bottom from Sunday on up. I don't know why I keep missing Sunday. We're going to go clear up to the top. We're going to come up here to the borders and make it a thick outside border on everything. I want you to take your name, merge and center it, and then use one of these cell styles just to make it look good. And I think I want to hold it and make that a little bit bigger. Then on my days of the week, let's make it kind of yellowish. And when I did that, you can see I lost some of my borders. So I'm going to come back down here and select my whole table again and make it all thick border. So you're going to do that for your whole week, and then you are going to look at your whole worksheet. Okay, so here is mine partially completed. I still need to go through and add conditional formatting to some of my different areas just to kind of highlight what it is that I do each week. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to submit your completed spreadsheet for your weekly schedule in Blackboard. But I also want you to look at your time. And in the comments area, I want you to enter your analysis of your time. After you perform this exercise, what do you think? Are you surprised by how much time you spend somewhere? Are there enough hours in the day to complete everything you need to be completing? Your school studies, sleep time, family time? If you have any questions, or if you want to get together to look a little more detailed at your personal schedule, let your instructor know. They'll be more than happy to meet with you. Write it in the comments section, and we will get with you. So this is your weekly schedule using Excel. And again, you're going to be basing the information on this spreadsheet based on your personal schedule. So have fun looking at your life for this week, and reach out if you have any questions. So this is Linda's Sessions for Linda's Take, and you're using a weekly schedule using Excel. I hope you have some sunshine in your life today and have time to do everything that you want to get done in your life.